guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am back with another Indian get ready with me type of video, but this time I'm focusing on more of a no makeup look. I know in today's day and age, especially in the Indian culture, everybody likes to go bigger, go home. That's kind of the mentality everybody has, but to be honest, I love and appreciate when somebody goes for a more simple glam and they just enhance their natural features. That is my type of glam, and I wanted to show you guys that it's totally possible to achieve that and still look glamorous and put together while using minimal amount of products or minimal makeup. So if you guys want to know how I do this no makeup glam for Indian parties, then please keep on watching and let's jump right into the video. In order to get a super flawless glowy skin, you need to make sure that your skin is well hydrated. So I always like to start off with the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer. I love using this stuff under makeup and it just gives me a super healthy glow, and this is basically my go-to moisturizer and I wear it pretty much every day. So once I've applied my moisturizer, I also like to use an eye cream. So this particular one is an illuminating eye cream, so it's gonna kind of add that glowiness to your under eyes and make them look bright and healthy and not dull and kind of, you know, like sleepy almost. So I love using this e.l.f. eye cream for that. I have, by the way, already applied my moisturizer on my face, so I'm not going to be doing that, but I will be applying the eye cream. So I always like to just take it on my ring finger and then just dab it under my eyes. So I'm gonna give that a couple seconds to sink into my skin, and then after that I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm. My skin today is particularly dry, so I like going in with this just to add that extra moisture into my skin. So it's just kind of like a hydrating balm, so it's super easy to use. So I just like to rub it on my skin. Now I'm going to apply a lip mask on my lips because my lips are also super dry today, and I'm going to be using this Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This is a mask, but it's going to just make sure that my lips are hydrated by the time I go in to apply my lipstick. I only like to apply a little bit because it is super kind of like hydrating. So once all of that has settled into my skin, I'm gonna be using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I love using this because it helps kind of grip the makeup onto your skin really nicely and also hydrates your skin, and it does also have a little bit of a cooling effect, which I love, especially on the days my skin needs that extra TLC. So I like to use just a little bit and kind of rub it between my fingers, and then I just pop it on my skin. So once my skin prep is done, I'm gonna go in with a color corrector, and I love using the Vasanti Liquid VO2 Color Correcting Concealer. This is perfect for those of you who are not familiar with the world of color correctors. You just find it super overwhelming. This is perfect because it dries clear. It's super easy to use. Sorry, not clear. It dries kind of down to the tone of your skin, which makes it really easy to work, because sometimes color correctors, not sometimes but all the time, color correctors have a color. Obviously, for example, if I'm using an orange color corrector, it's gonna be orange on my skin, and then I go in with my foundation. But sometimes what tends to happen is that if you don't layer your foundation and concealer on properly throughout the day, your color corrector will start to seep through your skin or like through your foundation, and you will be able to see that orange hint, which is like a big faux pas, and you don't want to do that, which is why this color corrector is amazing for that, because it's going to dry down to the tone of your skin when you apply foundation on top, and as your foundation starts to oxidize throughout the day, it's not going to leave that orange residue. So perfect for that, and for that reason it's a super beginner friendly color corrector. So I like to just apply any area where I have darkness, and also any darkness, pigmentation, or spots. I like to cover these spots. Usually, like with Indian skin tone, we usually have hyperpigmentation under our eyes and around our mouth. So I just like to go, and obviously I have these extra breakouts that I'm trying to get rid of. So I'm just kind of applying all around my mouth. And then I'm gonna go in with the beauty blender and just blend it all in place. You'll see as it dries down, it's gonna be almost like the tone of my skin. Okay, so once my color corrector is on and it's dried down, I'm going to move on to foundation. So I'm going to give you two options for foundations. If you do want a lighter coverage, I love using the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. It's perfect for those of you who like a lighter finish. You don't want something that's super heavy. You want your skin to feel like skin still. This foundation is perfect for that. However, it is a little bit on the pricey side. So if you want a cheaper or more affordable alternative, I love using the Ordinary foundation. This one is like $8 for a bottle, and I love using this foundation. Actually, it's been like my go-to foundation that I wear kind of like on an everyday basis. Obviously, I don't want to be using a $60 foundation every single day, and that's gonna get real expensive real soon. So I like to stick to something more affordable for everyday wear, and this foundation is a great alternative. But for today's video, I'm going to be using this Dior Backstage foundation because I love this stuff. Okay, so this is kind of like a squeeze bottle, and I'm gonna I think I'm gonna apply it with my fingers today. So I'm gonna just dab it on my skin first. So I think that should be enough, and then I can always go back in if I need more, but just gonna start blending that onto my skin. This is a little bit of a messy process, but sometimes I like doing this because when you use your fingers, it really melts the product into your skin. So once I have a generous layer on, I'm just gonna go in with the beauty blender, tap it all into place, make sure there's no like fingerprints on my face. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Natural Beige. I just like to highlight the usual areas where I conceal, and I'm also going to do a little bit up here. And then any leftover, I just like to apply it on my eyelid as eyeshadow base, but I'm not going to be really using any eyeshadow today. But okay, so I have my foundation and concealer on. Moving on to powder, I love using the MAC Studio Fix powder in NC30. You guys have seen me use this pretty much in every single video of mine. And I'm just going to use a MAC brush to apply that. I don't know what number it is because it's come off, but it's just like a flat brush. So once I've got my base on, I'm going to set that in place using the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. It's going to give your skin a natural finish. It's really going to help melt the makeup into your face and skin, and that way it's going to feel like your skin. So this is a step I always like to do in between my makeup process. So once you've applied it, take your beauty blender and just dab it all in place. This is going to make sure your foundation almost looks and feels like skin. Once that's done, we're going to keep the eye makeup super simple. As I mentioned, I'm just going to take the Benefit Hoola bronzer and I'm going to sweep that on my lid, mostly concentrating it kind of in the socket of the eye, so it's going to help give your eye shape a really nice definition. So I just like take a big fluffy brush and just sweep it across your lid. See how it's added a little bit of a definition to the eye? Now I'm going to do a little bit of a wing. I hate doing wings on myself, but I like doing this when I want to add lashes. It just gives your lashes kind of something to sit on, because sometimes if your eyelashes are bare, the lashes, like I'm terrible at putting on lashes, so I like to kind of hide the lash band by using a little baby wing. I'm gonna use a fine tip like a pen type eyeliner, and I like to do a really thin line just because my eyes are hooded. If I do like a thick liner, it just basically makes my eyes look even smaller. So I like to just do the tiniest wing, and an easy way to do a wing is to hold the pen like this rather than like this, because that way you can just take the tip and draw a little wing. It just makes it so much easier than holding it straight on. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's literally all I'm doing. This one is a little bit thicker, but you know what? We're just gonna go with it because I really suck at doing wings. So we're just gonna pretend that this looks perfect. I've already applied mascara on, and for that I used the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. And now for lashes, I like to keep my lashes super simple because my eyes are hooded. I don't want something too heavy. So I love using this QT lashes in the style Rhiann. This is what they look like, and they feather out, so this is gonna make your eyes look longer and more kind of cat-like. So these are my personal choice of lashes for my eye shape. So I'm gonna just go off camera and put them on because God knows how long it takes me to put lashes on. Okay, so 5 years later, I'm back with my lashes on. So as you can see, these are super simple and kind of like almost everyday lashes. So that's basically the eye makeup done. Now I'm going to move on to bronzer. And for bronzer, I love using the Benefit Hoola bronzer. This is like my go-to bronzer lately. I, again, like to do a super light layer, something super natural and just like everyday wear, I guess. I'm just using this e.l.f. complexion brush to apply that. Also like to do a little bit under here. Oh, did way too much there. Now for blush, I'm going to be using one of my all-time favorite shades, which is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Blush in Beige for Days. I pretty much use it in like every single video of mine, and I like wearing it for every day as well. It's a super pretty neutral shade, and I'm just using the same brush to apply that. And if you want to tone it down a bit, you just take your powder brush, dip it in powder, and just kind of go over it. That's what I like to do when I put on way too much. I just go in with my powder. Okay, and then lastly for highlight, I'm going to be using this Becca Champagne Pop. But before I do that, I'm going to use the Becca Liquid Champagne Pop. And I'm going to pop that on the usual points, like the high points. I'm going to just add it on the back of my hand, like this much. And then I'm going to take a beauty blender, and I'll show you guys. So I just take my beauty blender, dab it on here, and then that way you have it on your beauty blender, and just take it on the high points. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I like using a liquid highlighter when you're doing a more natural look because it kind of blends into your skin and doesn't leave that harsh line. So I think I'm actually only going to do a liquid highlighter. I don't even think I'm going to do the powder. So I'm going to do some on the tip of my nose and Cupid's bow. Actually, I think I'm going to skip the Cupid's bow today. I'm only going to do my nose. And up here. So I'm going to take the powder version of Champagne Pop and just pop it in my inner corner. Just like that. And by the way, you guys, I forgot to say, but I didn't apply any mascara on my lower lashes because I just kind of wanted to keep all the makeup on the top. So that's basically the skin makeup all done. Now I'm going to do my lip liner, or sorry, lipstick. So first I'm going to use this True Fiction lip liner in the shade Deep Nude, which looks like this. I almost like my lips bare with this look, but you know what, we're going to try a little bit. So I'm going to take this shade and I'm going to overdraw my lips because you guys know I've lately been loving overdrawing my lips for whatever reason. Guys, I was gonna do a lipstick on top, but I think I love the way this liner or lip liner looks on its own, so I'm not gonna fuck with it, and I think I'm gonna leave it like this because I honestly love how this whole look turned out. This is probably like my go-to makeup look. Like, I hate wearing way too much makeup. I mean, I do it for YouTube, but when I go out, this is like my vibe. Okay, so the makeup is basically done. I'm going to quickly spray my face one last time using the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. This is just going to help set everything in place. Now I'm gonna put on my jewelry. Look at this set. Okay, you guys, let me show you. So this is a choker from Sanjh collection. I will leave her information below. Remy runs Sanjh collection over on Instagram, and her pieces are amazing. I got to go see all of her pieces in person, and she's such a sweet girl, so I want to support her. And what the necklace looks like, and then these are the earrings. I'm gonna put these on if I can get these through my ears. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. This is my go-to simple, no makeup glam anytime I want to look just elegant and put together, not over the top. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Are you more of like a super glam person when it comes to Indian parties, or are you more mellow with your makeup and you just like to look super minimal and elegant? I would love to know, and thank you so much for all your support and kind words. They never go unnoticed, and I just want to thank you guys for all of your support, and I will catch you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.